We have a special interview today. Take it away, John.
Paul, I want to thank you for being here today, joining us. It's fun for our show. Please have a seat. Just have a couple questions for you. We talked about this a little bit, but I'd like to know, now I understand you've been known by a different name previously. You haven't always been known as Paul, have you?
Yes. My name was actually Saul, which is a typical name for a Jewish boy from Tarsus.
Typical name for a Jewish boy. Now, okay, thanks, Paul, for clarifying that a little bit, because that can lead to some confusion. We don't want people to be confused. Now, how would you say people have described you?
Well, I think I've probably been a pretty good person. I was once a rabbi, and I obeyed all the Jewish laws.
You said that you believed that people thought you were. Could you clarify that? What you meant by that? You believed people thought you were a Jew.
Well, there was this one time where this really good Christian man, his name was Stephen, and I stood by while people stoned him to death. They threw stones at him until he was dead. I just stood and watched. I didn't do anything.
I know that that's not the end of the story, though, right, Paul? You went on to do some other good things.
Well, yes, actually, God came into my life. Jesus changed my life. He came into my heart, and He forgave me, and it changed me forever. I wanted to go out into the world and share God's news with everyone.
Well, we know that, thank goodness, that's not the end of the story, that God did more working with you. And we're going to learn more about that this coming week here at Bible School. I want to thank Paul for spending some time with us. And we know you're a busy man. You're always on the go, going lots of different places. So thank you for your time today, Paul. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. We'll be traveling to Damascus today to hear more. Yes, Damascus. To hear more about this miracle that Jesus worked in my life.
You will see a drama about the wonderful way Jesus turned Paul's life around. You will live in small groups, just like Jewish families did long ago. You will also learn about life as one of the early followers of Christ. We will visit the marketplace in Damascus and listen to the storyteller in the synagogue. You will learn many things this week about how Paul's life was changed and how Jesus can change all of our lives.
There's some things I do want you to remember. My name is Paul. It used to be Saul. I'm tall. And I spread my ministry a lot through letters. I wrote a lot of letters. As a matter of fact, I have some letters to share with each of the city group leaders. So if you would please come forward and take a letter.
Yes, many heard the rumors about Saul, Paul, and how Jesus changed his life. Here's a little sample.
But Paul helped us along the
He was born into a Jewish family. He lived in the city called Tarsus. Because his family had been granted the privilege of Roman citizenship, he became known in his hometown as Paul, which is Roman for Saul. One day, Saul and his guards set off for the city of Damascus. He was on a mission to find followers of Jesus in that city and bring them to trial.
Look, I think I see the gates of Damascus.
After traveling for about 6 days, they were almost there, when suddenly the new sun became pale and a very bright light lit up the sky. Saul was blinded by the light, and then a very strange thing happened. Saul heard a voice that no one else could hear. Saul, why are you persecuting me?
Who is that?
I am Jesus. Every time you mistreat one of my followers, you mistreat me.
What do you want me to do, Lord?
Go to Damascus. I will send someone to you. Since Saul could not see, the guards helped Saul and led him to the home of Judas. Saul stayed there for 3 days, praying and thinking about his vision. Meanwhile, Jesus spoke to one of his followers, Ananias, who was at home. Ananias, go to the house of Judas and knock on the door. Ask to see Saul of Tarsus. He is expecting you.
But Lord, I have heard of Saul of Tarsus. He is not our friend, but our enemy. He wants to arrest us and put us in jail.
Saul has become my servant. He will take the news of me far and wide. You must go to him and lay your hands on him, so that he may see again.
Yes, Lord, I am your servant, and I will do as you ask. Brother, Jesus has sent me to you so that you may see and receive his Holy Spirit.
Thank you, Ananias. I have heard the words of Jesus, and he has changed my life. I will go out in Damascus and preach his word to everyone in all the synagogues. And then I will go wherever the Lord leads me.
Saul stayed in Damascus